What a skyline, guys, what a skyline. Yo guys, welcome to a new vlog from Hong Kong. Yes, that's a special administrative region of China, so it's kind of China but not really, don't tell the people here. The reason I came here, I'm gonna show you right away because this is just mind-blowing, is this view from my hotel room. When I saw Hong Kong as a city, I saw how beautiful it actually is with all the water and the big buildings. And this is the view I was hoping for. It's not the best view of Hong Kong, but it is a decent view. Then about my hotel, which we want to start the video with again, is I'm staying in Victoria Harbour view, which is, Ramada is a pretty famous international brand. And when I read the reviews about this hotel, I was a bit scared because, you know, it was just a 6.3 rating. But on the other side, it was much cheaper than any other hotel that has these kind of views. And in terms of room size and everything, it was pretty much similar. While all the complaints from people were about the room size, and also recently people had to quarantine for up to a week or even 2 weeks when they arrived in Hong Kong. We skipped all of that. We are free to go wherever we want. But yeah, people were complaining about that. And yes, the room is very small if you are only allowed to stay in this little room. However, I think I would survive for a week because quarantine is not nice anyway. Okay, anyway, let me show you guys a little bit of the room. So you already saw this beautiful view. Let me just show it one more time. I don't know, I love that view. I love to see that when I wake up from my bed in the morning. Then here you got my my bedroom, the room. I got a little desk for me to work on, like this is my chair, and then I work on there. But it works very fine. Little thingy there, cabinet, how you call that, cabinet. I used a part of it as a wardrobe. The bottom I just put my bag for laundry. Then here, my other wardrobe for things that need to hang. And everything basically is here. There's a TV, doesn't have Wi-Fi, doesn't have Netflix itself, but I got a Mi TV stick, which I definitely recommend you get if you want to go travel. Then the thing that is really way too small, the thing that is really way too small is the bathroom. I'm gonna show you guys, don't be shocked. So, you see, I'm a 2 meter tall, almost 2 meter tall Dutch guy, like this doesn't work out for me. Also, there's a bathtub, but I do not fit in there. And then, you know, it's just like a nice shower. The good thing about the shower is that it does get hot water, which we did not always get in India or Pakistan. It's a bit of a struggle to get hot water there, but it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, a few more things that I want to share about this hotel is that, you know, due to severe respiratory disease, as you all were well known about the recent outbreak, there's no housekeeping in this hotel. So even though you can get clean sheets and stuff from below, you can get fresh water every day, like free water, free toothbrushes and everything. There's a lot of stuff you can get for free. Just don't bring it to your room. You just have to, you know, do it yourself, put your sheets on yourself, which is okay. Actually, it gives me some nice morning routine, I would say, to do something before I get going. Trash, you just throw it in the hallway, of course in a nice bag. You just throw it in the hallway and then they clean it like a few times a day. But I will show you what it looks like when we're gonna go out. Other thing is there's this beautiful rooftop pool, but due to the recent outbreak of the severe respiratory disease, it's closed. I mean, it's been 2 years and you know, it's pretty much over all in the world, but you know, these people still think it's very important. Everything else I'm gonna tell you when we're outside or on the way outside. Those two things I just wanted to mention. Oh yeah, and the price for this hotel was about 450 Hong Kong dollars a day. Depends on the day. Some days are 350, some 45, which is about 40 to 50 euros a night, which is actually for Hong Kong super cheap. And also we are in one of the best areas. Forgot the name of this area, but it's close to metro station Sai Jing Pung. And yeah, that's it guys. So I think for 50 euros a night, we can't complain. We're in Hong Kong, and as you guys will see when we're outside, shit's crazy here. It's super expensive, but we're gonna get into that right now. Oh yeah, and due to a recent outbreak of the severe respiratory disease, we still have to wear masks in Hong Kong. So before we go out, put the mask on, which is something I really don't like, but you know, we have to do what we have to do. We are just foreigners visiting a country. We did not have to come here. Okay, so here we go, outside. See, this is what people do. They just put all their bags right down here in the hallway. It's a very narrow one. Also, a few times I accidentally took the wrong floor, and everything looks so much the same. Anyway, I'm gonna take the elevator here. It's like nice and gold. And talking about this beautiful view of Victoria Peak, which is a hike that you can do here. It's a very easy hike. It's just a bit steep. And then, you know, you look below, you can see this beautiful park area there. All these incredible high buildings. Like, what a skyline, guys! What a skyline! Incredible. Anyway, when I booked this place, I definitely asked these guys to give me a high room because, of course, I wanted the best view of Hong Kong possible. So we are at the highest floor of this. Now, actually, there's two more floors that are a bit higher, but one of them is the swimming pool, which is closed, and the other one, I think it's like a worker's place. So we are on the 35th floor, which is about 80 meters high, which is not even, it's like nothing for Hong Kong. This is nothing, because there's places where you can go up to 200 meters high. That's the highest bar in the world, and even the 200 meters is not the highest place in the world. It's just so incredible, you know, to see all these high buildings. It's just, I don't know. To me, it feels like I'm in a very first world country. That where I come from, it's lacking behind by a lot. Also, if you walk on the streets here, and if you see the service of the people, the cleanliness of the streets, the amount of cars, the great public transport, yeah, this city is way ahead of what we call Western cities. Okay, we finally got an elevator here. It's coming. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, while it's happening to me, I want to tell you about the feeling you get when you go down from the 35th floor all the way to the first, like dropping 80 meters in a matter of, you know, 30 seconds. I think the elevators are very fast. Oh my god, is this one also not coming? Yeah, it's coming. Finally. Let's wait. There we are. So, you guys all definitely know the feeling you get when you are in a, what do you call that shit? When you're in an airplane. You know, this is 35th floor, Victoria Harbour view. When you go down and you feel it pretty fast, like after 10 floors, you feel your ears pop, just like when the airplane goes up or down. It's the same exact feeling. Okay guys, anyway, now we're outside. I hope you guys can still hear me well. So yeah, I wanted to tell you some things about Hong Kong. So like I said, it is a special administrative region of China, which functions under the one country, two systems policy, which means that here they have their own government, their own laws, their own rules, and they act completely separate from China, while still being part of China. So they have, yeah, a lot of special rules, which I'm not going to go too deep into because I don't want to be too politic or get this video flagged for disinformation. So that's first. Second, it is the city with the highest amount of skyscrapers in the world. As you guys could have just seen, on both sides, on one side the harbor, on the other side the mountain. And you can see these buildings rise incredibly high, and if you look at it from ground level, it makes you feel incredibly small. Look at this. See, we are just nothing. We are nothing in comparison. Let me cross the street here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk towards the longest system of escalators in the world. When I was in Medellin, they told me it was one of the largest. I thought it was the largest, but apparently the largest system of escalators is actually right here in Hong Kong. Outdoor escalators, that is. The one in Medellin was also outdoor, but yeah, apparently not the largest. This one is the largest. It's the city number 7 with the most billionaires in the world. So that's pretty cool to know. It's like so much money here in this city. You can see that in the menus and restaurants, the prices of beer, prices of groceries. Next to that, citizens of Hong Kong have, on average, there's more Rolls Royces per citizen in Hong Kong than there is in the rest of the entire world. I don't think I have seen one yet. I guess they are mostly hidden away in people's garages. But if you look on the street here, it's incredible the kind of cars you see people drive. You know, Ferraris are usually quite a thing to see. Well, here it gets quite normal after a few days. You see Ferrari after Ferrari, you see a Tesla here, a Tesla there. It's amazing. What is also amazing is that there's almost no cars on the road here actually. So you know, when you see a car, the chance that it's a big expensive car is it's a big chance, because the public transport system here just works so great. Also, it is a very walkable city where you basically do not need a car at all. Driving a car is just, you know, absolutely not necessary. Public transport is usually faster. Also, as Hong Kong is consisting of multiple islands, and the metros go actually under the water. They go under the water and they bring you to wherever you need to be, which I think is very cool. The currency here, which is the Hong Kong dollar, looks very cool, and you guys definitely will see some Hong Kong dollars in the videos. And in terms of prices, it is quite a costly city to live in or to travel in. Like I said, public transport is super cheap, and it works very well. It gets you to your destination in like 5 minutes usually. There is no waiting for metros, as there are so many of them. You don't have to be worried about waiting for your metro or your train or your bus, because they just, you know, they come every other second. There's a new bus waiting for you. So yeah, you can see that. Also, they're not overly crowded. It's actually very well organized. Here you can see. There were the first 2 Teslas that we saw on just a short walk. And we're gonna see many more. Let me just show you guys some part of the streets here. What you saw there on the end, it was roasted goose, and sometimes they also have roasted pigeon, and that stuff is delicious. I must say, it's delicious. And it's so busy on the streets. It's hard to move fast. It's everyone moves very slow, which you would not think of such a highly dynamic eastern city, where there's so much money going around. And I don't know, it's pretty incredible to see how much people actually respect each other's space. Pace, I meant, not space, because you don't get really a lot of private space here. As you can see in my hotel room, it is pretty small. And if you go to restaurants, you usually get the same kind of small space. You get a little table covered because of the recent outbreak of the severe respiratory disease. And yeah, it seems very cold, and I'm not sure, I don't really like that, but it is what it is. You know, we decided to come here ourselves. Oh my god. Going so fast. I hope you guys can see that, how difficult it is here to pass people. They just could take over the whole road, and then when you're trying to pass someone, no one is going to move aside for you, which is fine. It just makes life a bit harder. There are a few things that I noticed in my short stay here. So I'm going to stay here for 10 days, and I've been here now for 5. What I've noticed is that people are not very social at all. I would say, like, people are very distant. If you walk in an elevator and you say hi, don't expect to hear anything back. But on the other side, they're very friendly and helpful, which I know are 2 things that usually don't go very well hand in hand. Friendly and not social. Another Tesla. Friendly and not social, but here it does. So what I mean to say with that is, like, you don't get any small talk out of people, so that's why I would say they're not very social. On the other side, if you have a question for someone or you ask for a recommendation, they will always try to help you out the best they can and always be friendly about it. you know, just don't expect everybody to want to be your friend. So once again, I don't think we're gonna get a lot of interaction with people here. I've tried to do that in my past few days here, but it's kind of hopeless. Also, if I ask my friends here that I already met, like expats, they all say the same. It's very hard to find a new social circle while you are here in Hong Kong. Also, I've checked the couchsurfing app, you know, for meetups and whatever, and even there it's like pretty dead, which could have, of course, two reasons. Firstly is that it's still pretty restricted here in terms of like going out and arriving here. You need to do an RAT test every single day, but otherwise it's pretty open, you know. You just, yeah, you do need to get your vaccines done, which, you know, many people don't want to, and I completely respect that. Me neither. I don't want to do them too. Didn't get them either. But you need to have that proof with you. You know, you need to have your QR code from the Netherlands or from Europe, from the US, in order to get into places here in Hong Kong. So it's important to note. Which is actually pretty cool because of all these rules, right now there's not that many foreigners, not that many tourists. So I'm guessing that that's also a reason why prices for hotels will go down a little bit. Prices for restaurants are not as high as they used to be, because they simply need to attract more people. It feels so good to be here between all these high fucking skyscrapers. And yeah, let me show you guys around.
Thanks for watching and subscribe this channel.
Thanks for watching and subscribe the channel.